Dowse ends 5-0 here against Gillingham. What did you make of it?
Better than it looked, to be honest. I really do. I'm being honest with you, and I didn't shoot us down. I've got 2 weeks to get me other players fit in the team, and even there, lot in there who are great people. I love a manager there. I love Matt Millwall, to be honest, who's a legend, and you got Kenny Jack and Hess who've been around the block and all that. And even them, I seen even at half time. We had 5 chances. We had 5 chances. We did. We scored 3. We scored none. Hit the bar twice, as you know. I hit the bar in the post and things like that. And even the second half, I put the young lads on and all who handle themselves well. And it's just individual mistakes what cost me, but I'd rather get them out of the way now. Where if the first, obviously, my captain, who was the day, probably had he's not best game for the club, to be honest, but he gets an unbelievable winger who's going to cause a massive problem in their league. Then the 2 full backs probably cost the first 2 and defensive ever for a third, and you think that's 3 massive errors. But if you do that against Congo and here, you're going to get punished, especially against a side like this. But listen, I'll put my neck on the line here. I'm not that disappointed in that, to be honest. Except for defensive errors and individual mistakes, I'm not that disappointed. I thought we had chances. I thought we looked threatening. We have said the same, so I'm not looking at a different game. Even our bench are thinking that wasn't that bad. And they say I'm in there now with with their manager and stuff like that, and he's saying you're going to cause a lot of problems because the way we're playing, the way we're competing. Yes, they're going to be up there this year in the league, and and they've been very kind enough to bring a first team down to give a proper going over, if you like. But I just felt as though that we deserved a couple of goals, to be honest. I thought at half time it could have been 4-2 or something like that. I think the second half we've had more corners than them in the game. But like you say, it's just I've just got to tweak it. Defensive errors are costing them, and the camera never lies, and the scoreline never lies really. But I just think if we take away the defensive errors, it's been a pretty good performance. But that's what we'll have to work on. It's the same last year, really, conceding daft goals. And but I'm delighted it's happened now in the first game of the season. I think there's a lot of pluses to take. Yeah,
you mentioned all the chances we had. We hit the bar there. Keith made a few really good saves. Did it just feel like one of those days where it wouldn't go in?
It is. Even the second half will come up because at half time I think we're expecting a bit of a thing from me, and we never. Me, Alan McCleary talk, Christian Joy talk. We're saying, listen, we've made some individual mistakes. What costs were we started the game very well, and even the second half the keepers pulled a worldie, and we could have scored. And if you look at them, and I thought Brandon was excellent out there in the wing, and he's put a couple of great balls in, and they're talking about him in there. I think it's going to be a great find for us. So I'm thinking I've got young Maxwell on the, we're going to look at him to come in, Charlie to come in, plus 2 of our players are signing. We're not as bad as the scoreline's made out, and I'm delighted that if people think we are, that's absolutely fine. If people think we're miles behind, that's fine also. But I know in my head what we're not, and this team will compete, and it'll do very well in the league again. And I can't praise too much because I am a defender myself, and so you got Jim, a goalkeeping coach, you got Alan McCleary and all who works on the back 4 and stuff. And when we look at it, but we couldn't have praised well enough because excellence of them and a great, like I say, a manager and a great team for their league. We knew we give them a good game today, more than the scoreline reflected, because we should have had a couple of goals ourselves. Like I say, I'll do what happen now in 2 weeks' time, to be honest. And so let everybody look at that score on the outside and think what they want.
Brandon Barsey got man of the match again today. When he signed, he might not have been one of the sort of the bigger names, but he's already made such a big impact.
Yeah, it looks as though the big names are left, doesn't it? That's the way it looks to everybody else, doesn't it? And we're signing these players from lower leagues, which is, we had to do. And I've kept my eye on him a long time. I thought he was excellent. I thought he causes problems. He's caused problems in all 3 games he's played in. And the rest of the lads who didn't start today will start on Tuesday. We are looking to make 1 or 2 additional movements just to make, by next Saturday, which is a week to go, we'll have Charlie fit, Luke Allen fit as well, Wally fit, who wasn't really fit today, and Maxwell fit. So that's a plus and all. So if I put them into me, because I wanted to go as strong as I could today, and if I put them in that 11 there or whatever, that squad there, I think it's a decent squad again. But again, people think I'm nuts and we're going to do this and we're going to get whacked. We play against a very good, 2 leagues above. We play against their first team with an excellent playing pedigree. Like I say, I'm having to crack up my captain here on the right hand side because we conceded 3-4 from that angle. They are both from there, but that kid on the wings, Wade's an unbelievable player, and he's going to cause problems in their league. So fair play to Gillingham, but I don't think it's as bad as it looked today, to be honest. I thought it was a bit harsh, to tell you the truth.
With the back line, do you think it's just a case of sort of playing together a bit more, getting used to playing with each other, and then they'll look a lot more solid?
It didn't. If you look at it, honestly, when you watch the video back, it didn't do that bad. Again, competing at Dean Abbey, but just look at the mistakes and let's see if left back first, right back second, and Wynn's not doing the front, so on third. Can do better on the 4th, left side back again if you like, and keeper, and the 5th night, and you're thinking, you know, it could have been prevented. You know what I mean? So it could have been. So I'm not daft where we are. Like, so I'm thinking it could have been prevented, like I say. But I'm glad I'm having this chat now in 2 weeks' time. So I'm all right. Like, usually I'm a grumpy manager when we're losing. I hate, and usually I would go in at half time and have a right go, but I couldn't because I thought it'd be unfair. And if I seen it like that, and their management team saw it like that as well, and their director of football saw it like that, all can't be wrong, like, you know. But you know, there will be people saying that we do this, we need that, we need that. Let them talk, you know what I mean? So let them talk. We'll just keep ourselves to ourselves. And I said in the dressing room, let's just keep a tight knit group in here and ignore the outside world. I don't want anybody going on Twitter, and I don't want anybody going on forums. I certainly won't watch this interview, so I hope we're doing it either. Just let the fans listen to this, or let anybody else listen to this. So it's just, we just got to stick together, and we will do.
And we've got a really busy week coming up now. Bromley, then Phoenix, then Billericay. So how are you going to sort of manage the squad?
That's fine, because the Bromley game we needed an all for some people get 90 minutes. When the Phoenix games, just for people like Charlie Sherman and Luke Allen who haven't had many minutes in pre-season, Wally, just to get them through a 90-minute game, like, you know, and you know, the young lads like Jane and all them who've done very well, and George, Tom Weir, examples. We need a game there to get them 90 minutes and all that, because you never know. Then the Saturday will take care of itself as well. Phoenix is a local club, but I just feel in the last weekend of the season, you want 20 players playing 90 minutes, whatever it is, because, you know, then we've got to get in the training ground on Thursday night and sort of shape out. And it's hard because we work on shape, and I think we're quite good at it. We work on, you know, like set players, and we work on as a group. We work on back four, shifting the cross, and with, you know, and in front of them. And I thought I'd done it very well, but if you make 5 mistakes, and it was 5 genuine mistakes, you got no chance. You know, got no chance. But I can't really get into that because they're genuine mistakes, and they've happened in one game. But it just takes, so we'll go back in the training ground and we'll work on it again. But you know, the back four and the goalkeeper will get a lot of stick tonight. Or stick, not a lot of stick. You can't get a lot of stick against the Blinken side like that. But we'll get stick tonight, and we need this, we need that defensively. But I think we'll prove a few people wrong. That's my opinion.
Perfect. Cheers, Dowse.
Yeah, that's fine.